Welcome to Mike Golden Games, and welcome to part 2 of my Jeep off-road misadventure video. So I just got back home. This is the next day after I sunk my Jeep, basically. A big, huge puddle. Check out the previous video if you haven't seen that yet. I'll have an annotation somewhere up here if you want to check out that full off-road video. Let's first check out the damage we've done and see what needs to be done. So as you can see, she is covered in mud. Basically, the water went up to here. I mean, it was really deep. So let's open the door. Let's open the door here. And yeah, so I got the jumper box just in case I needed it. But yeah, the water was up to, was about right here or so in the Jeep. As you can see, there is mud everywhere. That is disgusting. So yeah, as you can see, it is on a trailer because there was some water in the transmission fluid. It's an automatic. And let's check out the other side of the Jeep. Man, look, that is sexy looking, but yeah, we'll see what everything looks like. Yeah, so over here, actually, over here, I saw some fluid on this line that's coming from the radiator, but everything else seems to be pretty dry. Everything is just caked in mud. But yeah, so I'm gonna be washing this thing off and then, checking what's actually leaking and changing all the fluids. Everything, the oil, the transmission, the differentials, the transfer case, transmission, everything. Everything's getting changed. Now let's check this side of the Jeep. Covered in mud once again. And the floor, again, covered in mud. But the good thing is, still works. Testing 1, 2, 3. Looks like it still works. So as you can see, the PA miraculously still works. But yeah, so just as you can see, there's just mud everywhere. Everything's gonna need to get washed out. All right, let's start this hose up. Let's get a nice shower mist on here. Oh, my windows are open. Whoops, I should probably close them first. So we're just gonna get everything soaked down and then go to a more powerful setting on this nozzle. But right now this should be good just to get everything wet because it's basically caked on there and just really dried off. Now to clean the inside out. Just get some water in here. Oh man, that is caked on there. All that mud. The door sills and everything. Gonna have to take all this carpet out. What's left of it anyways. Transmission is wet. And let's, oh man, that's a lot of mud. Just lift that up there. Okay. Now let's get this out. It's the heat shield insulator. And look at it all drain out. Perfect, perfect. Now let's go to the other side here. Let's see how it is if we remove this fur. Ooh, look how wet that is. Ugh, that's a lot of mud. And then like this, again, the insulator, let's pull that out. That's fine. And let's get some of that. Oof. Yeah. Get everything hosed down. Beautiful. There's so much mud in here. And now for the back seat, it just looks like a homeless man took a shit everywhere. Ooh. Let's just grab this. Oh, that's wet. That's disgusting. Poor quantum coat down there. Oh, this poor Red Bull can. My sweatshirt. Quantum coat. Let's start washing this out. Now for the back seats here, I don't think I have the fill plugs in, or I do have the fill plugs in, so I'm probably gonna need to take them out. Let's get the seat, oh, just get that soaked. Damn, the back of my seat is covered. There's even mud on my CB mount. Yeah, my CB was underwater as well, so there's probably mud on the inside. It might be toast. All that muddy water. So much mud. The power inverter down there. Oh. Now we're under the Jeep and you can see I broke off a piece of the radiator shroud. Doesn't look too bad, but there is some water or something on these lines here that go back to the transmission right here. But what I'm gonna be doing is just dropping the trans fluid right here, emptying it out into this, and we're gonna check it out and see how it is. Just got the bolts on the transmission loosened up, so we're gonna pop this open a little bit. Still have a little more work to do, but yeah, as you can see, that does not look like oil. That is just a bunch of milky water. So we definitely need to drain this all out. There we go, that shows it all. All right guys, I just got the seats taken out. It's so messy looking. Ooh. Okay, so now it's time to rip this carpet out. Look at that. That's all mud, like, oh. There's a lot of mud in here. So all this carpeting is gonna come out. I'm gonna take the hose to it again. Currently, I'm in the process of flushing the transmission. That's the mud from the inside. Let me show you what I'm doing to the transmission. So now what we need to do to make sure we flush the trans properly is we're gonna have the dipstick ready to go. We're gonna fill it from the dipstick, and we're gonna turn the Jeep on, let it run, and when you turn it on from down here, you're gonna wanna go from the radiator hose, not the passenger side here, but over, wait, let's see, right here. Okay, so not this one on the passenger side, but the one on the driver's side, which is right here. And the hose I have right through my steering setup. Right there's the hose, you can see the tip of it there. So it's gonna be emptying out into this bucket as we turn the Jeep on. And as the engine runs, it's gonna empty into the bucket. And we're gonna just be pouring new ones in. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of ATF right over here. It's ATF +4 for Chrysler transmissions. Basically, you're just gonna keep pouring it in and it's gonna be pouring out, and that's gonna be flushing the entire system. So yeah, that's the proper way to flush a transmission. So we're gonna go do that right now. So we're starting it up. I swapped out the bucket so you can see it come out. There we go. So what we need to do now is have it in drive. So we have the parking brake on. See how reverse works. There we go. Okay. Whoop. Go over here, and as you can see, it's pouring out. And now we're just gonna start pouring this in. Okay, it's really squirting out now. Quite a bit in there already. Oh, look at that. Looks like chocolate milk. Looks great. Do not drink that. Now we're gonna take this bucket and just dump it into our bigger bucket. Oh, look at that. Here's from the first 2 green bucketfuls, and here's after 17 bottles ran through. It's still milky. It's a lot better looking color-wise. This is more pinkish red. This is more chocolate milk looking, but it's still got a long way to go. So I'll just have to keep spending more money to get more trans fluid. Again, don't go in water until you know how deep it is. Check the water level first. So after letting it sit for maybe 20 minutes, it's looking a lot better than before. Still, you can see there's still some milkiness to it, so it still needs to be flushed out some more, but might be good enough to drive over to a trans shop to have them properly inspect it. It's now Saturday, and 2 days ago I got the Jeep driving around my front yard. As you can see, there are still no seats in it. I've been trying to wash her out still. As you can see, there's still some more water in here that needs to drain out. But so that's what I've been doing, just trying to get all the mud out. Looks like I've done pretty good. As you can see, there's a lot of rust in here. These are just the floor pans. They can be popped out and new ones welded in. But right now, I think I'm gonna get the driver's seat put back in and try to drive around and see how it handles. Here's the back. Those are the seat risers for the driver's seat. Never installed the seat risers for the passenger seat. But yeah, so looking pretty good. All right, so I currently have the Jeep running, and there's a lot of steam coming off of here. There may be some water in the tailpipe still. I'm hoping that's all it is. We'll find out after letting it run for a bit. So far, nothing's leaking. That's just water dripping from the back. All right, so I just dropped the oil pan, or the transmission pan. As you can see, it's still a little milky looking. Here's the filter. Let's see. There's the filter. It's got a lot of mud caked up in there. So I'm gonna try to swap the filter. I bought 2 in case I need to flush it some more, which kind of looks like I might need to. But yeah, so here's the inside of the transmission. Hello guys, it's been about 2 months. It is now January 5th, 2019. So yeah, it's been a few months since I've worked on the Jeep. For the last 3 weeks or so, I had her in the trans shop. Yep, I had the trans rebuilt. Cost $1,295. Speaking of trans rebuilds, that's not too expensive, but it is still $1,295. So I did get the trans rebuilt. Let's go around to the inside. And as you can see, I got the seats back in. And yeah, the floors, I'm probably going to end up cutting these out, ordering some new floor pans off of Quadratech, and tack welding them in, or whatever I need to do to get them in. And then I'm going to probably as well replace these. It's another few $100s for the pieces. I'm gonna do both sides because they're pretty rusted out. And I was thinking about selling the Jeep. Like, see, like there's some more rust forming. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell the Jeep or try and restore her. What I really want is a manual transmission with the 4.0. As you know, this is an automatic with the 2.5 liter. I don't know what to do with my baby. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you've even made it this far in the video, because this is probably going to be a pretty long video. I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to leave it here for now. She is driving. I don't know how the engine is. So if, you know, the engine craps out on her, I'll let you know with an update. But I'm going to leave this video here because she is running. The trans is completely rebuilt. They replaced everything in the trans, so it's a complete rebuild. $12.95 is what it cost. All right, guys. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was pretty stupid for going in the water like that, but we'll see what I do. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, guys. Happy New Year, by the way. Maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already. You know, and be sure to hit that little bell icon as well. Take it easy, guys.